Good morning, good morning, good morning. I can't believe we are already in February. And not just in February, we're almost in the middle of February, February the 9th, 2023. And how are you doing today? How are you feeling? Has anybody asked you, how are you feeling today? How are you being motivated? How are you keeping yourself motivated this year? And just how are you doing, sis? How is your life going so far? Sometimes it just feels good to be acknowledged and seen. And I want to make sure that you know that you are seen by me today. If no one else sees you, I see you. And of all the times we know that God sees us, if nobody else is looking, God always is seeing you and knowing you better than anybody else, knows your heart, your true heart, not just the heart that we say, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat this cookie. God knows my heart. You're right. He does know your heart. So just think about that today, as you're on your journey, as whatever you're doing. Know that God sees you. Know that you are important to Him. Know that God is moving in the directions for your good. It may not always feel good. That's the thing about life. It may not always feel good, but it is for your good. And today, again, I'm sharing as much as I can the days that I can, the days that I think about it, because I have baby brain. And just sharing just an update. I am in my 26th week this week and just very excited still for this new life. And Daniel is looking forward to being a big brother and just being able to experience something new. God is definitely doing great and strange. I always say strange, but great and strange to me. Not strange to him. Everything is just the normal for him. But it's new and strange things for me in this season and our family. And not just the baby, just many different things, different steps that I said, oh yeah, I know I got this figured out now. This is definitely what God wants me to do. And He's redirecting a few of my paths. But I'm blessed that none is changing in ministry. So my ministry is still strong. It's still going to be purposely playing life. And I'm thankful that God is moving me even closer to that. He's showing me what He's doing to just navigate that and making sure that that ministry is getting fulfilled in the way that He wants, not the way Juanita wants, because I can do it and it's going to fail. The way that God wants, I do see His strategic hand moving in the way that only God can. So it's a beautiful thing that when you can just allow God to see this, allow God to use you so you can see some of His way. He's not going to show you everything, sometimes. He'll just show you just a glimpse of what He wants you to fulfill from the vision. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning and share that in my 26th week, I'm doing well. Still working on my health because that's one thing I was working on before I got pregnant. But still working in my health. If you're one of my prayer partners, still being with me with health and just making sure we all are staying motivated. We all made those New Year's resolutions to lose that weight and get healthy. And somewhere around February, we're like, that cookie, them brownies, that cake, them cupcakes the co-workers keep bringing into the room, that sure look good. So making sure we're staying motivated, making sure we're staying obedient, making sure we're staying just driven for the purpose that you know that you are looking for and the purpose that God is planning for you. So making sure that you're staying driven towards your goals. So if I can even help with that, let me know. We have to keep each other motivated, especially during these seasons. There's so many things that's going on, so many deaths, sicknesses, cancer, financial. And I feel like if something's not hitting you in one storm, it may be hitting you in one and others. Some people are going through all of them. Some people are going through um, everything, it feels like, at one time. And that's so important just to make sure your mental and your emotional and everything else is staying balanced. Even for me in this season, my hormones are all over the place. Being a little older, from being pregnant, and from being a woman, some things going on in ministry. I think anybody in ministry gets a fluctuations of emotions because we have so many people that we're talking to each day that sometimes it can become overwhelming, and all their issues are their I would say their things. I don't like to say burdens, but the trials that they're going through can kind of weigh on us in ministry. So it is, important to make sure you're taking the self reflections and care for yourself and making sure that you are allowing God, allowing God to speak through you. And the one thing I am learning in this season and this year, and even last year, late part last year, the importance of rest. The importance of rest. And I'm going to do a podcast probably sometime this week or next week, just talking about what is the importance of rest. And because you all, if you don't rest for yourself, God will put you in a place of rest. He will take away everything you thought you needed to survive just so you can be in a place of rest. That's who you don't want him to do it. You don't want daddy to spank you like that. So making sure I'm hoping that you're listening. Get yourself in a place of rest. I don't care if you have to have auntie you don't like, babysit the kids for a minute, just so you can have a time to rest. You have to be able to recharge and reset your mind. That's one thing I was just missing even the last few days. What's going on with me? Why do I feel unbalanced? Take a moment. If you're feeling unbalanced even right now, take a moment to say, okay, what am I missing? Am I not eating right? Am I not going outside enough? Am I not getting enough light? My vitamins. If you look down the list and you say, okay, I'm doing this. Am I being spiritually fed? Okay, spiritually fed looks good. I'm eating right, this and this. When is the last time I rested? How much rest did I get? Oh, yeah, I went to sleep last night. How many hours? 2? That's not enough, sis. Take a nap. Take something throughout the day. Make a meeting for yourself. Schedule a nap. Schedule a nap for yourself. You'll be amazed at how much rest will do for your mind. Even God stopped and took a moment, a day of rest. So why do you think you don't need rest, sis? Pause, think about it, thank you, come back. All right. So why do you think you don't need rest? But I just want to take a moment and talk about that. Let you know that I'm thinking about you. I love you. That you are important. That you need to spend time for yourself. We will have a parent cafe coming up at the end of this month. I want to say either February 21st or 28th. I will send a flyer out to confirm that date. But it will be 1 hour, normally between 7 and 8. And it's always on a Taco Tuesday. So it's either going to be on 21st or 28th. But I want you to make sure that you can be there, enjoy yourself, relax. Don't worry about cameras, but make sure you talk because we want to hear your voice. We love you. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Listen for the podcast. Looking for that flyer to come up. Be blessed.